In addition to being a John Maxwell coach, I am also a Dave Ramsey certified master financial coach. And the reason I decided to pursue that was that I really found in a lot of cases in working with people, especially on the personal coaching level, that they were facing some financial challenges. And so I wanted to make sure that I was equipped with all the tools that they needed to be able to succeed. But then the pandemic hit. And when the pandemic hit, things really started to get crazy. And so today I work as a financial coach for three reasons. One, because people are struggling financially. Two, because they lack an understanding about how to deal with their financial problems. And three, because they don't understand, their tendency is to procrastinate and get themselves deeper in debt. Let's talk about those three things today and how I can help you overcome your financial issues. A lot of times people ask me why I became a Dave Ramsey coach. Now, please understand that I've done financial coaching all along as part of my coaching career, but I really wanted to help people take things to the next level because, as I mentioned in our introduction, there are three things I think that are critical for people to understand and things that I can really help them with, and that's what motivated me to become a Dave Ramsey certified master financial coach. The first thing is that people most of the time have some sort of financial struggles. There are very, very few people that I meet who sit back and say, I'm all set financially, I don't have to worry about anything. And that was true before the pandemic. I mean, if you look at it statistically, before the pandemic, about 80% of the people in the United States had less than $1,000 in savings, and they were 90 days from filing bankruptcy if they lost their primary source of income. And that's a really sad situation in one of the wealthiest, if not the wealthiest nation on the face of the planet. So imagine what happened when the pandemic came along. The pandemic really began to make things bad because people were getting furloughed from their jobs. They hadn't planned for the eventuality of anything going wrong in their lives. And so all of a sudden now they lose their primary and sometimes their secondary source of income. And what are they going to do? So there are major, major financial struggles there. And so being able to help people and work with them to understand their current financial situation and to develop plans to get beyond those financial situations is a really, really critical thing for me. The other things that I found, there are two of them that are critical. One is that people lack a lot of understanding about finances and how finances work. I mean, as an example, people tend to keep things in their head rather than putting them down on paper. And so they try to use their minds as a storage space. And that's not only not good because your mind is not meant to keep that kind of information, but on top of that, they miss so much. When we can sit down and fill out a simple form to say, what's your income coming in? What are your expenses going out? What kind of debt do you have? What kind of interest rates are you paying? How much do you have in savings? How much do you have for your planned retirement? And those sorts of things. We begin to really develop a tremendous focus and understanding of what's going on in their lives, and more importantly, why is it happening? And thirdly, because people lack an understanding of their finances, what's the natural thing for them to do? Procrastinate. I was actually talking with a young man this morning, and he, thank goodness, has gotten over his financial problems. He doesn't have any financial problems. He's got a great income. He's got savings and investments now. But he said back when he first got married and was trying to start his own business, he said, I had tons and tons and tons of debt at very, very high interest rates. And he said, it was almost like the ostrich putting his head in the sand. He said, I didn't know what was going on. I really didn't want to know what was going on. And so it was almost like if I pretended that it didn't exist, then maybe it would go away. And exactly the opposite happens in those situations. Things just get worse and worse and worse. So being a Dave Ramsey financial coach is really, really powerful because I've gained a lot of knowledge, and at the same time, I have the ability to tap into other resources to really be able to help people in some critical situations. But that is one of the things that really drives me as a coach, especially as a personal coach, but also as a business coach. And that is helping people understand where they are and helping them to develop plans to move beyond where they are, to get out of debt, to get their finances structured, and eventually get themselves to a point where they're debt-free and they can begin building wealth to take care of themselves, to take care of their children, and to leave a legacy for their families later on. If you're in a situation where you're struggling financially and you're not quite sure what to do, or if you know someone who's in that set of circumstances, please have them reach out to me. I can definitely help them get from where they are to where they want to be. Hey everyone! Thanks so much for taking the time to watch today's video. If you enjoyed the video, please click like so that everyone knows it's a great video to watch. And also, please feel free to leave a comment or a question. I do read each and every one of them, and I'd love to be able to interact with you. Also, please click the subscribe button. That way you'll be informed whenever we publish new content and you won't miss any of our amazing videos. Finally, feel free to visit my website or send me an email. I really enjoy hearing from you, and I'm here to help however I can. Thanks again for watching today. God bless you. Go have a fantastic day. Live your life on purpose, and I'll see you soon.